Hey, you gotta get in the camera. You gotta get closer. Oh, God. Okay, so I have a funny story to tell you guys. So I'm a sucker for punishment because it is Friday. What is this? November 16th?
Yes.
Mercury went direct today. So just so y'all know that. Mercury retrograde, and I don't know if it's the appearance of or if it's legit that it appears that the planets are moving
backwards.
Well, like ones that are supposed to orbit in one direction are orbiting in another. Mm-hmm. And so what we find is, so I'm sitting over here at my computer because I'm working today, even though my students are going to be here soon. Hi, Bass, hi, Jamie. Sitting here with my voodoo sister, Tiara. I must be an idiot because, I still get, man, look, this is like really bright in here. God damn. It's too early for this. Let's close these curtains. Anyways, so the reality of the matter is one of the things that we should do as occultists is we should pay attention to the lunar cycle. We should pay attention to planetary cycles. We should pay attention to all of those things because, as everybody knows, science shows that, like how the tides go in and out, they're regulated by the moon. There are so many things, including us, that are regulated by planets. And so one of the things I wanted to do, and I still ain't got a chance to do, is create planner stickers.
Oh.
Because I'm a big planner person. I'm a happy planner person. If you guys know anything about the happy planner, I love the happy planner. So I make labels and fancy stickers for everything else on my silhouette. So that is something that I'm looking into. But I am not that type of artist, like somebody can draw things. So I always have to make sure. Hey, Amber, another one of my voodoo sisters. So I always have to, you have, when you're selling things for a retail, especially when, you got a growing company, you got to be real careful for copyright infringement. So you always have to make sure that you're getting properly licensed images and using them in the way that you can, because even if I could draw, maybe I have something that Courtney can do. Courtney could make these, and they would be blackety black too. So I'm gonna talk to Courtney about that. To keep track of all this stuff. So what I did I have a big command center, that's what they call it, over here by my front door, where I have a calendar where we're supposed to update it. We're supposed to keep everybody's appointments, everybody's jobs. Rakia's supposed to log her hours. None of that happened. But I remember when I was erasing the board, probably this month, that I did put in silver waxing and waning and all of that stuff, and what quarter the moon was in, because in hoodoo, and I'm gonna tell you why this has happened. It's happened because of the integration of our magic with Christianity, which will tell you not to pay attention to those sorts of things. And if you listen to the white people who have appropriated hoodoo, they'll tell you that stuff doesn't matter and hoodoo can be done at any time.
But it does.
We witches, goddammit. It's important. One of the reasons why I don't make zodiac oils is because the timing of that has to be very specific. And my mambo knows all this stuff. Is she not amazing?
She's absolutely awesome.
This woman,
her.
Woo, she's y'all just don't. If you want to get initiated into voodoo and you want a mambo who is a mambo and who practices witchcraft and who knows about all of the other spirits, because she'll tell you shit about Odin, she'll tell you shit about the Greek god, she'll tell you, she just knows, because I'm not even gonna get into that conversation right now.
That's a whole nother video.
That's a course right there. Because remember she was telling us she was gonna tell us how all of these energies align. Baby, when you got that, woo, and you can take, especially as Black people, you can take any occultist text, and that's what my circle, we're studying different occultist texts, and old ones, to look and see where these connections are and what makes this relevant to Black practitioners. And that is priceless. But paying attention to these things that we don't ordinarily, that have been washed away from hoodoo, astrology, earth magic, crystals. They just found an anthropological dig where somebody had spell work in the hole in the floor and there were crystals in the floor. So don't listen to Unlucky Hojo or any of these other butter toast fucking making people. What's the name of that people? Delish. Don't listen to these people when they try to tell you about hoodoo, because they ain't got no fucking clue, okay? And if there's nothing about an right, and if there's nothing about an ATR in it, they can go to hell, okay? Because this is not an African American Christian tradition. It's an African American tradition, which means it's African. So, keeping that in mind, I wanted to tell y'all a story. And I wanted, of course, she was like, shameless self-promotion. So I'm about to bust a seal on this. This has been sitting up for about a week or two now. I like my oils to sit up. I've started, since we've been doing a lot of shows and a lot of things, I've been trying to make things ahead of time. So I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick if I can find the thing. Turns the camera around so. In preparation for the sub sale, as you can see, we got lots of subs, we got lots of oils that I've made ahead of time. And I'll camera back around again. Good morning, everybody. So wait a minute, y'all, my jam is on. See, I'm such a 10-year-old. I'm a teenager. I'm listening to somebody that I used to know.
Trying not to just
be like, hey. So anyways, yes, I am, and I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old. That's another thing I love about Mambo. Oh my God, do we crack each other up? That group she made for us,
yes,
that was everything.
I feel like you can't go through life without a sense of humor,
right? And let me tell you something. When we were in the Jevo, we can't talk about the details of what goes on in there, but I'm gonna tell you, when you go, you are never gonna laugh so hard, and you are never gonna cry so hard. I mean, it was like all the range of emotions, but my initiate siblings, they had me dying, laughing to when my face hurt. They like family does when we get together on the holidays. That's how and
basically
music and stuff like that. Yes, man, it's everything, and all you have is each other. It's not like you sit there, you're in there with each other, and it's a really. Man, it's some cool shit. But anyways, I digress. Retrograde Aid. So my dumb ass, being a sucker for punishment, and I am not being self-depreciating, I'm telling the goddamn truth, didn't pay attention to the calendar when I made the Hoodoo 201 schedule. And I have a lot of students coming here today, and Mercury just went direct. But I want to tell y'all a little story. Yes, our family is the best. Our voodoo family is the best, and we love each other, and we watch out for each other, and we take care of each other, and that is what an ATR is supposed to do for you. But I want to tell y'all about my witch circle and what happened about this time last year. Once again, Mercury was, we were in the middle of Mercury retrograde. We decided to have our holiday party. Now, y'all have to understand that, and that's what I love about Ohio. We've pared down our group a bit because, we want to have some really serious, committed people who will come for rituals and things like that. So it's not as large as it used to be, but it really never was because folks wasn't showing up. But there was a ton of us. I'm going to say at least 20 folks was in this house for the holiday party. Now, it's funny because people be taking my ass way too literally, and that's because they don't want to piss me off because I have a really bad temper. Me and Mambo are the same. It's like, don't piss her off. Right. Don't piss off Mambo. Do right.
Don't want to be on her bad side.
You just want to do right. Right. You don't ever want to be on your Mambo's bad side because they're the only ones that can sanction you. So you wanna treat your priestess well. Yes. So my witch circle, on the other hand, which is not a coven, and I am not the high priestess of, well, they'll do what they fucking want to do. So for months they have been coming here bringing all this fucking food. Now, number one, I'm diabetic, so a lot of the stuff people were bringing and leaving, I wasn't trying to eat all that. And so that month I said, look. We have, but that would mean you have to be here. Girl, go somewhere. Right, boo. You better get on a ride with Tim. He on his way. You better go talk to Tim. Tim and another girl from our circle, they're coming to help with this weekend, and Tiara's here to help as well. So I told them, stop bringing all this shit. that ain't nobody gonna eat.
Right.
And then
leave it.
You would always have that unfortunate person that would bring something that didn't taste good. And everybody would just be like, and you can't bring no black dish like mac and cheese and just not
be good.
It better be fire. So I would end up with all this garbage, all this leftover food. Literally put this shit out in the party fridge. And you gotta talk to Tim. I ain't driving. Put all that stuff in the fridge, and then by the next meeting, I go back out there to the party fridge, and it's like in the garage, and I'm like, fuck.
Now I gotta clear it out.
These people took me way too literally. Do you know folks showed up and didn't have shit?
It's one extreme to the other.
Right.
So you bring too much, and then you bring nothing.
So we sit up here, and this snow, I don't know what it is about Central Ohio. This ain't shit. No. It snowed like this, and folks was just like, the delivery companies were tripping. So mind you, we'd already had our lesson and our general meeting. So we had reached a level of toxicity that we wanted to eat at that point. Folks was up in here with the munchies and shit. Right. And so we decided we were going to order from Uber Eats. Okay. Yes. So figure this one out. So you have never been in a room with inebriated motherfuckers all passing around a phone trying to put their order in for Uber Eats. It took us literally 45 minutes to do this, to pass my phone around the room and for everybody to PayPal me the money for their food. And we ordered
long for it to deliver to you.
Baby, wait. Oh, it gets so much better because, mind you, this is Mercury retrograde. So we finally get the order done. We get it in. And then I realized, first of all, you better always check your address on Uber. It was navigating across the street. And I'm trying to let them know, hey, this is the wrong address. And they're like, well, you're going to have to call the restaurant or whatever. I'm like, y'all need to work with me. Uber Eats is a pain in the ass, okay? So once we got those things arranged and we talked to them, hey, V. Rebecca, see you tomorrow. Once we got all of that in and the order in and the address straight, I mean, everything that was going wrong went wrong. Then all of a sudden, Uber said they couldn't get no drivers to go to the restaurant.
Oh, hell.
Okay, and pick up the food. Y'all, so we started again with Jimmy John's. Passing the phone around the room trying to order this shit. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't deal. We're going to go in the freezer. We was going to make whatever the fuck we have here. I can't do this again. And hi, Xanthia. So I was like, I sat down and you know what? There's a big lesson here. I know y'all think I'm just telling a bullshit ass story. Okay. Amber, talk to Jill. Don't talk to me. Anyways. There's a lesson here. There's a magical lesson here. I'm not here just to pull y'all's fucking chain, okay? So I sat here acting like a goddamn muggle, like I can't deal with this, and forgetting who I was. I turned around. I said, bitches, pass me the Retrograde Aid. And that is this oil here. I made this for someone who was having problems at work during retrograde because they did customer service. And so I actually never used it. You know, because I'm also a big proponent of, my mentors used to be like, people be using retrograde for an excuse. To fuck up or to not do nothing. Or to not, right. I'm not going to buy no house because I'm in retrograde. I mean, you really, that would be like me saying, oh, okay, everybody who paid their money for 201, we're not going to have it because it's Mercury retrograde. Fuck your plane reservations, change them. You can't do that. You have to, you know what? You have to operate from a position of power when you're a magical practitioner, okay? And so I never used it because I just had those opinions of I'm just gonna be on my P's and Q's during retrograde. I got this shit. I'm finna put this on right now. You want some, boo-boo? Yes. Now, when I use my oils, first of all, I anoint my third eye with the crossroads. When I was a Christian conjurer, it used to be the cross, but this is the crossroads right here. So I'm going to anoint my third eye. I'm going to anoint the top of my head. I'm going to anoint, I'm going to go stick my hand in my shirt and anoint my, heart chakra. And then when I take a shower, I think I'm gonna take me a spiritual bath in this shit today, boo.
Well, I'm here to help, so you got time.
So yes, thank you. We gotta make sure we got enough sheets for everybody. God damn, and it's gonna be crowded down there because now the candle and soap station is downstairs. So I anointed myself when I just realized this too much. I was just like, this too much. And I'll be damned if 2 minutes later, phone did not ring. And the restaurant themselves, because this was a $121 order, the restaurant themselves called us and said, fuck Uber, we're bringing you your food.
Yes.
I was just like, first of all, you got to understand where we are. Central Ohio, motherfuckers is 3 hours from Kentucky. Ain't nobody trying to drive in the snow. Dude showed up. This is a Greek place, but dude showed up dressed like he came from Saudi Arabia. So I don't know, they must be Middle Eastern. But he out here in his skirt and his boots, and he brought us our food.
That's what's up.
2 minutes after I put this on. So we have oils, we have working roots, we have colognes. We have conjure crystals, which are this mixed with sea salt. We have candles. You name it. Soap. We got soap. Girl, I know I made some soap. And that's one of the things with spiritual baths, like Retrograde Aid on the job. There are other people who have used this, and it was amazing. And what people don't seem to understand about me, as far as my products are concerned, I don't look at it from a position of I'm the all-powerful Wizard of Oz type of shit. I don't. I mean, I've been humbled enough by the spirits and the herbs and the power of the root to know that it ain't me. Mm-hmm. I'm just putting the stuff together, blessing it, and asking. Yes, and all soaps are on sale. So if y'all want some Retrograde Aid soap, you best to get on the website before Sunday, because that's when the sale ends. But seriously, it's like I tell people this all the time. I'm probably one of the biggest, most cynical people you will ever meet. I'm always very much about science and facts. I do believe there is such thing as truth and facts. There's some shit. People always want to go into that drama about what is truth. I'm like, you know what? There's some shit that's black. There's some shit that's white. I mean, it's just the way it is. Okay. And so it takes a lot for me to believe something. You're looking at the person in church was always like, I never got the Holy Ghost in church.
I used to be looking side-eye
I just be standing around like these niggas. Right, yeah. Stop doing
that.
Right. But when a law pick you up and throw you, you kind of like, yeah, okay.
Not like twerking down the
right, it's not, it's jumping around with your hand behind your back. No, none of that bullshit. Look, and so I'm always amazed. I got a letter from a client the other day who used, I think it was Broke No Mo, and her job accidentally deposited thousands of dollars into her bank account. And because it's the fault of the processor, I don't think they're going to try to get the money back.
Okay, girl, we got to your savings to keep it.
Yes. And so I'm sitting here and people message me all the time. I use this because you all have to also understand. I one of the reasons why I was initiated is because other than it being my calling, I was never very comfortable doing spell work for other people. Humans make mistakes. I had to change some of the things I do on my website, like as far as setting lights for people. I'm not doing that shit no more without a divination. I'm following the model of other practitioners and just, lighting the light for the client because I figure that's between them and their spirits. Not when your ancestors are pissed off at you. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you helping them out when they do not deserve it.
Let's put it this way: oil lamps can create quite a hazardous situation if your ancestors aren't really happy with you. So I've never been one to take people's money to do spell work. If anybody's ever talked to me privately, either called me or gotten me through Messenger and asked me what they should do, I can tell them what the formulations do. I can tell them to use them. I always tell people, do the work first yourself. Mm-hmm. If you believe in this work, nothing is going to power this more than you.
You can't get like a money candle or money spell but you ain't going to find a better job, or you not working hard at your job, or you not doing the
right. You
work
can't do broke no more when you spending every dime that you have,
right?
And you are not getting good savings habits. Mm-hmm. It's just like somebody doing a job search, Kendall, putting a light on top of a resume but never sending a resume out,
right?
The fuck that gonna do? That's like me crying about wanting a man, but I don't like leaving the house.
Right, you don't go on dates or nothing. That's my struggle, though.
Right. I was like, I really don't want to go. The bra is off. I'm really not trying to go nowhere.
I don't think I want to go out.
Right. And so thank you. Jade was telling me our class is so important. And now another thing that's really cool is tonight we are launching the first virtual 201. So while I'm sitting here talking to the students who are going to be here for hands-on tonight, I'll be also talking via video conference to my December students. And they will be creating their formulations, and then we'll be shipping them their materials. And then December 8th and 9th, I'm going to be web conferencing with them all day, just sitting in here. I'll be working on orders probably, and they're going to be working on their work, and I'll be answering questions. So I've designed online courses for over 20 years. So this is like, God damn, I feel old. But anyways, this is kind of right up my alley. And so I'm going to really try to do more virtual 201s. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it don't beat coming and doing it in person. But there are people who have disabilities or travel restrictions. Yay, Jay's so excited. Who can't come here. Also, I'm tired, y'all, because it takes a fucking lot to get your house ready for people. And I'm particular on the GP. So it is very important that, my house and my situation be right before I have people come up here. And also it's important that people be right. That's another reason why I have started doing divinations for 201 and light setting and things like that for people, because I had a few folks up in here who I was just like,
you can't just have anybody.
We don't tell those stories in public, but baby, I got stories, okay? And I have just advised people, like last year when people came here and a couple of people acted a fool, only 3 of them were really, really a pain in my ass and really inconsiderate and really rude. And that's what made me start doing divination.
Make sure they.
But even with divination, one of them acted a fool still. So basically I was training in, under, certain restrictions as I approached initiation, and I had to be calm and relaxed and cool. I don't have to do none of that anymore. So, I tell folks, you got my house, act like you ain't got no home training or your mama ain't raised you. I'm kicking you the fuck out. I put it in writing. You will be asked to be removed. Bye. And I cleanse people before they even come into the house. So that's why y'all got to go and get some more bowls. Everybody gets their own bowls. Everybody gets their own box of supplies. So we're about to go ahead and do that. We're about to go get everybody's boxes together. I'm going to show y'all the root room table. You're never going to see it like this again. I very rarely ever see it like this. It's so clean. It's so fresh. It's so clean. As clean as it's going to get given all the work we do in here. I'm thinking about putting a tablecloth on it for Thanksgiving because I'm just like...
I like the
I like it was a donation from the people who used to live here. And it was so funny because the people who used to live here had icons like this all over the house. Of course, they were Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, so theirs meant different. That didn't mean red eyes.
It was already a nice little transition.
Man, I went up in one of those closets because, I'm looking around when I'm looking through the house. And we were on the walkthrough and I opened one of the closets. It's Naya's room, as a matter of fact, and they had holy oil in the closet. Yeah. So, yeah, right. This house was meant for me. It fit right in. They should have took that little boy with them. There's a spirit of a little boy that's in this house that likes to play games and shit. He was messing with Tiffany in the basement.
Am I gonna get some sleep too?
Probably not.
Little boy.
I've had a student actually. Oh, great! Excellent, Cynthia. We'll talk. I actually had somebody tell me, I'm going to come back to see you. I love you, but I'm not staying in your house no more. Because my ancestors kept them up the entire weekend. Or where the spirits are in the house.
They just trying to talk to them?
They bother you. They sit on the bed. They tap you on the shoulder. Yeah. That's that little boy. And and he's not one of my spirits. He came with the house. And my non-practicing child was sitting there. She said, you see that little boy sitting at the desk? I was like, no. She's like, yeah, he was just sitting at the desk doing homework. That other desk over there by the window. Oh. She was like, he was just sitting there. And then later that evening, Tiffany went down to get some stuff to, we use fireplace, we use lint to accelerate the lighting of the fireplace. And she went to go get some from the basement, and he was down there. I think he like jumped up from behind the door or did something to her. I don't know. We were pretty messed up. We were inebriated. I don't know.
That's the worst. So he probably was paying basically. Right, you know when you're drunk, he's.
And then there's a black cat. I've never owned a black cat, although I've ever wanted one. It kept running through the living room. Well, you can take the spirit one if you want, if they want to go home with you.
Well, yeah, because I can't get a physical one right now.
Because it kept running through. Because, like, if you ever seen a spirit animal run through your crib, he would run through and then go poof, and disappear. It's the craziest shit to see when you see spirits run and then they just disappear. So, in any case, retrograde, Mercury's direct today. Get your full line of Retrograde Aid products at biglistconjure.com. There's Sharina, another one of our voodoo sisters. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Andrea from Chicago. I'm going to let her sit here and breathe for like 10 minutes while I get something done.
But then, back to work.
Right, we got to go downstairs and make sure that we have all of the bed linens together, so that everybody has a nice clean bed to lay in. And, right, and I have regular cats and spirit cats. My two that I had that passed away, plus this black cat, which I don't know where this cat came from.
Probably the little boy's pet.
It was so funny because Mambo was recording a message for us last night. We could hear her cat in the background. She said, "This cat don't shut up." And then she took a picture of it, showed me to me. The cat had went and got in her bed and was laid out on the pillow like it was a human being. Girl, wait till I show you this picture. This tickled me so
I
much.
promise cats are people. Cats are people.
That's the one that had the stuff on its chin. I don't know if that was cement. I think he got cement on his chin.
Oh, and they washed it with...
Yeah, they couldn't figure out how to get it off of this cat. This cat is a hot mess. So anyways, you all have a wonderful day. We're getting ready to prepare for everybody to come. We'll be doing Facebook Live periodically. We're going to be pouring candles again. So everybody that comes here in person, you have a spirit cat that pees on. Man, look, a regular cat would get put out for pissing on the floor. If I had a spirit cat that peed on the floor,
I was like, I'm banished.
Man, I'm like, when sage ain't enough.
Right, you know? Exactly. I'm about to burn everything.
How do I get you out of my house? But see, Freda don't play that. Freda really, I think she really keeps these animals in line here because she'd be like, I'm not having none of it. And they don't really come in here much. When Jezzy, one of those students who was a problem student, kept going in and out of my house to use the phone. And this was in the summertime. And I'd already asked her to chill out on the phone. So we're all sitting here at the table. Now, this is a story I am going to tell, and then I'm going to let y'all go because this shit's funny as hell. And Shadow's daughter, Natasha, was sitting at the table, and I was sitting at the head of the table. She was sitting at the side of the table, and she said, Tracy, does Jessie have a cat toy that looks like a bird? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's pink and blue. And she said, no. Does Jessie have a cat toy that looks like a real bird, like brown? The whole fucking house went up. Somehow this motherfucker had gotten outside, killed a bird, dismembered its legs. Its legs were on the hearth, and brought that motherfucker in the house. But she would not come past the doorway of the altar room. She would not come past the doorway of the root room. This is my root room and my altar room. She made a hard stop at that door with that dead animal. A dead bird in your house. The melee that took place to get this cat to let go of this motherfucking bird, sweep its legs up off the floor, put it in a box that was still alive, and then Ashley took it over to Danny's house. Death. Yeah, that was a bad death.
That's a horrible death.
So you all will understand why I'm really not for having students here acting a goddamn fool. How you gonna let a bird in my house? See, I have a feeling she left the bird in the house and Jessie caught it. And because I don't know if Jessie ever made it outside.
Probably. Well, because Jessie might not have came back in immediately.
Right.
If she had gotten all the way out.
Right. So she had to, and Jessie was like, no, that's death. Jessie was like, fuck that, and killed that bird immediately because Jessie is a G, okay? No animal really lives, small, a pest animal will ever live in my house as long as I have her fat ass. So yeah, you can't have everybody in your house. They will do all kinds of shit to disrespect you. And the foolishness is when people try me. Because it won't go well for you. It will not.
I don't understand why people do shit when they know somebody's like a witch. Like, I just feel like that's like the last motherfucker you want to.
All I know is the original Big Liz. I had a bottle of red wine for her on the altar, which is above my fireplace, and her picture has been up there before and since because I put it back up. Her picture flew off the wall and sent that bottle of wine crashing to the floor. Same weekend this chick was here.
She was like,
and it was funny because it didn't even hit the rug. It just spilled right on the earth. It should have been everywhere. And it wasn't. But she was like, get these motherfuckers out of my house.
It's about that time.
Right. So, it's good to venerate your ancestors. They can be they can be demanding, but they also provide a lot. And so if you don't have an ancestor altar and you are trying to practice magic, I suggest you get one. That's one of those universal things through most of our practices, whatever culture you're from. And, they will guard your house and they will take care of things for you. And they will facilitate things for you. Because I know if I'm ever in need, I don't even have to open my mouth. I just got to think about it real hard and they figure it out for me. I'll be like, wow, thanks. And that's one of the things I mean about being a magician and having faith that it will work. But it still doesn't keep me from that wondrous amazement. Mm-hmm. When that shit come through, you be like,
oh, I got that money candle and I got that extra $500 deposit the next day. I was like,
right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and nothing is by accident. It's just sometimes they can really facilitate the process. I tell everybody when they take my classes, magic works on a couple principles. One of them is it creates opportunities. But like you said, you got to act on those opportunities. You just can't do a spell and not do anything mundanely to get it to work for you. Mm-hmm. The second thing is it exacerbates weaknesses. So for all y'all sharing every single goddamn weakness and trauma and things that you have online for anybody that will listen, I'm going to still continue to caution you, don't do that shit. Because there are people out here who just don't even like you and they don't even know you. Mm-hmm. And there are people who, what they call energy vampires, or people that just have really negative energy and will send shit your way. And sometimes they don't even know it, And so it's just like your kids. People don't understand you are with the energy you put into your kids. So if you put negative energy in, you're going to get negative things out.
And I don't even think you should always tell all the good things that happen to you, because then people start sending their negative energy towards that.
Don't never tell people your plans. Especially if they're like life-changing aspirations. Mm-hmm. I don't even be like, pray for me. I don't even ask people to do that. Because I'll give you an example from my brother. My brother, my family, one of my brothers, my youngest brother, who's a Seventh-day Adventist and I cannot stand. And I love the rest of them, but this particular brother is a real jackass. Mm-hmm. And me and him have had it out numerous times because he thinks he knows me and he don't. And I'm always like, try me, ho. And so he called me one day and said, oh, I want us all to get together and come down to Daddy's house. My daddy was living in Kentucky at the time. He's moved back to Alabama. And get together for either Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. And I thought, man, I haven't seen all my siblings because Papa was a Rolling Stone, been around the world, and I got five of us from 5 different women that we know of. So he only married my mama. That's because she was fine. Just, I was like, I'm going to, this bigger person bullshit would get you caught up. I'm going to be a bigger person and I'm going to go.
Sometimes.
Hey, wait. Thank God I got an older younger brother who has been enlightened, although I have to keep him off the Hotep trail quite often. He's even a vegan now. He's just mind blowing. Like, he used to have the most raggedy ass truck. And when we pulled up to see him in Georgia a couple of years ago, my daughter was like, oh, that's his car. She pointed to some raggedy car. I was like, there was like an Acura or a Lexus truck. I said, no, that's your uncle's truck. You want to put money on it? And he got an Lexus. So he's very big into the law of attraction. Mm-hmm. And so I called him because I told Joe, I was like, my younger brother, I'll tell him, I'll see what I can do. But I called my oldest younger brother, and I was like, dude, these folks want us to go and spend a holiday with them. And he was just like, are you nuts? And I'm really thinking that he was going to be, as long as I was there, because I told him I ain't going in without you. Don't, he was just like, I'm not going. And I said, why? And he said, because them folk going to be praying for you. And they'll be praying for all the wrong things. And you don't want to have to come home and wash that energy out of your life and off your body. And I was just like, you're right. You're right. I ain't going either. I don't even think this shit ever happened. That's another thing. Because they can't plan shit. Hold on, Jordan. I'm on Facebook Live. I'll be right with you. So anyways, I'm being paged. So, in any case, yeah, be careful who knows your business. I've had so many people that have come here who I have taught, who have been apprenticed, who have helped me process orders, who have called themselves friends. I don't fuck with them people no more. And the thing is, I ain't never changed. You ever see me be any different than I am right now? Nope. But the reality is, when it came to them, I can't be how I am with them. It's okay for everybody else. But if I'm being that way with you, then it's a problem. And I'm gonna keep it real.
Compromise who they are.
No,
for somebody else's comfortability.
And I stopped giving a fuck about people liking me a long time ago, because that did not serve me. It didn't even build a business. You don't have to, people know, don't fuck with me. I don't have time for you or your foolishness. But that has not slowed sales. That has increased them. So I believe in customer service. I believe in a good quality product. What I don't believe in is rushing for your ass, talking about your order is 3 weeks old when you ordered it less than 2 weeks ago. 5 to 10 shipping days, and we're not working on many orders. Yes, right. And we're not working on a lot of orders this weekend because I'm not gonna have no room because everybody else is gonna be in here working. And I tell people, if you don't like it, I get that. Now you ain't gonna get the same shit somewhere else. I can't tell you whether it's as good or not. I'm partial to my own work. But if you're not willing to wait for quality, then you're going to have to go on and get some of them oils from our competitors that ain't got no roots in them. And they're artificially dyed. Go right ahead.
It might not have real essential oils in it.
Girl, baby, it's fragrance oils. And you see what I got. I ain't fucking around. So I don't have time for foolishness. And why I don't have time for foolishness, get you some Retrograde Aid, because I'm finna go bathe. I'm finna go find me a bar of soap. I'm sure I have some Retrograde Aid down there. And I'm finna go wash my behind before everybody gets here. So, because I'm still in my pajamas. All right? So, love, peace.
Bye, everybody.
Afro grease. Y'all stay black, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.